Hey everyone, it's Sue here, and I had such a blast last night on a YouTube live with the Meri Atelier, Meridel Abrams, and she was teaching us live how to do tatting, which is a form of making handmade lace, but doing it in a magazine with a marker. So I'm going to show you here that to start off, it's all of these loops, right? And I went around the page doing that exact same thing around all four sides of this page. And the magazine that I decided to use it's actually a Close to My Heart magazine. And I don't get magazines, so I decided to go ahead and use this since I had it. And now the second step that she had us do was to actually, you're like connecting each of those loops with almost like another like little loop in between each one. So we went around the whole entire page with that, and it was a lot of fun. So I will link Meri's YouTube live below, and definitely check her out. And you can see I linked the loops around the whole entire page. Now for this part, this is where we went and did, how did she say it? Small, big, small, small, big, small, or short, long, short. I forget which way she said it. But what it is it's a series of three loops on top of the tall loop. To me, they look like little cactuses when we were done with this step. It just looked like a whole bunch of little cactuses. So you do like a short loop, a longer loop, and then a short loop. And we did that around the whole entire page. Doesn't it look cute? Oh my gosh, I fell in love with this. Then the next thing she had us do was go around and put dots. So if there was room at the bottom, you could put dots there, or on top of the tatting, you could put it there. I put it on both. I love to put little dots in my work, so I totally enjoy doing that. And also did that around the page. Now, mind you, this whole time she is, she has I think a fairly large group of women in there, and they're chatting and chatting, and so it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Then she had us do like this right here, which is the same technique. It's just like in a square, so to speak, as opposed to around the page. So, I mean, she's walking us through it this whole time. Now, on this one, I forget what point. Okay, so she's still teaching at this point. So we put a circle in the middle, and then the lines that go out to each of the loops, which my first line I did wrong, but I just fixed it right there. And then I see she would explain that she would go through like I am right now, and the bigger loops she would make bolder. So go over the lines again, so that they stand out a little bit in your little design. So I'm going to hold that up. Now at this point, I think Meri may have gone on to something else, and I couldn't stop. I was having a ball with this. So here it is, Friday night. Now she's in the Central Time Zone, and I'm in Eastern, so it's an hour later for me, and I'm getting a little tired. Oh my gosh, I didn't turn off her Facebook Live until it was after 10 at night. I don't know if it was 10:15, 10:30, whatever it was. But I found it so enjoyable to, I mean, it was like, arting with friends, and it was just nice to sit and listen to her talk. And so this whole time, I'm just doing my own thing right here. This is not Meri, telling me what to do. I just kept going on it. Like I said, I just could not stop. I was having so much fun. It was a ton of fun. So the final thing that I did on this little flower was just I put these little loops um, in certain spaces around what will end up as a flower. Of course. What else? I had to keep going on this particular page. I could not stop. Meri's doing something else. I don't know. She's doing something totally different. But I decided to keep going on this page. So I took some gesso and it wasn't a heavy coat. I just wanted to cover up the print on the page. And I took my Dina Wakley gesso, and that's what I used, and I'm almost done with that. I've had that for years, but I love it. I love almost everything Dina Wakley. And so now I gave that a good dry, and I'm like, so what am I going to do? So I did the only thing I knew to do, and that was to do that same design that she showed on the bottom, so that on the little that little flower on the bottom right, I did the same exact thing, but much bigger. And I had to keep looking at the little one to remember what came next. It was interesting to me because I had just done that one and I couldn't remember all of the little steps that we took. But it came back. And to be totally honest, you could really probably do anything, and I do. I do more than what Meri showed. But let me tell you, I loved it. I was so thankful to Meri for, taking her time like that and teaching us. It was a blast. But at this point, I'm doing all the same steps that Meri had taught. And sorry for my voice. I finally went to the doctor yesterday, and I got medication for my allergies. I figure after 4 weeks of really struggling, it was time to go. So this is my second day with some medication, so I should start feeling better soon. I hope. So right here, I'm just darkening those larger loops, just like we did with the small one. And where my line isn't on the original line, I just darken it even more right there, just to keep it looking nice. And I did the little dots. I'm adding some extra lines. And I just kept going and going. And I honestly, and I know I said this already, but I just could not stop. I found it just very relaxing. And, this is something that you can do, like even Meri mentioned, while, you have the TV on at night, or, listening or watching Netflix or YouTube videos or whatever. And you're just feeling a little bit artsy and, get your mojo flowing. So here is where, I made the stem of the large flower. And even for the petals or the leaves of the flower, I knew I wanted to do something that looked tattered, of course, not having a clue what to do. So I just made like little leaves, and they turned into looking like hearts. So I kind of went with that and I just kept adding on. And I thought it looked super cute. I don't know if that's even called tatting at this point, but I was just having fun and just making it look like I thought it would look nice. And here I am putting my little dots on there and still just so much enjoying it. So I was happy with that. And of course, I'm thinking, okay, well, I need to have a third flower. You can't have two flowers, right? So I decided finally, what I was going to do. And I didn't want to do the same exact technique. So I went in with a bunch of petals overlapping one another. And then I added more of a tattered look to it. Look at me. I didn't even hear. I never even knew the word tattering before a few days ago. And now I'm talking like I'm a pro. I have no clue what I'm doing. You guys know that, right? But it sure is a lot of fun. And so in fact, Meri, you got to definitely head over there and subscribe. She does this mornings with Meri, these short little videos. And she's been doing a lot of tatting, and and I don't know, the past week or so, and I'm like, what the heck is tatting, And I actually had to look it up, so I decided to, even at the end of this video, to put a photo of someone that did tatting to make lace, actual lace. So you'll see a quick little photo of that at the end of this video. But I just kept going around and doing my little thing here on this page and just absolutely loving it. Now I'm trying to decide what to write because, I have to have that like most profound quote or words, it can't just be words, it has to be profound. And so I knew I wanted to start with the word elegant. And then I'm like, and I knew I wanted it to be actually elegant creating, but I didn't really have the room to write the word creating because to me it looked like elegant creating. It just looked elegant to me, this whole page. And it was so simple, yet it looked elegant. So I wrote elegant creating, and I'm just going over the letters. And I'm not trying to make it look like it's, anything special, just going over them to make them darker. And in some areas, just making it a little heavier than other areas. Not trying to do anything special, just enjoying it and, just spending some time and just enjoying it. So now, once I get that done, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need something on the other side. So I put the word art. And the way I look at it is like it's two titles: elegant creating or elegant art. So that's how it's almost like two titles in one: elegant creating or elegant art. I just loved it. Loved. I put the date on it like I always do. I'm just going to hold it up, and I'm going to have some photos at the end here for you. But look at how cool that is. Oh my gosh. I was like, that is a lot of fun. It's doodling. I don't know. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how neat it is. You just relax, enjoy it. And here are the close-up photos. Please subscribe if you like this. I like to do videos. I do all different kinds. Not all different kinds. It's all art, but please go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you. And thank you so much, Meri, for everything. I appreciate you and the time that you spent with us.